What's a gift that is cheap but means the world to you? My toddler brought me a bouquet of dandelions in her sticky little fist. A mum friend brought her kid over with activities and lunch and kept both our kids entertained for an hour so I could catch up on essential housework fast with minimum standing no chasing my toddler. That was an utterly precious gift for someone to understand and decrease my physical pain. Other visitors often unintentionally do things that increase my pain. You know what really means the world to me? It's this tiny, beat-up old journal my little sister gave me for my birthday one year. It didn't cost much, just a few bucks, but it's filled with her doodles, little notes, and memories we've shared together. Every time I flip through those pages, it's like taking a trip down memory lane. It's not about the price tag. It's about the love and thoughtfulness that went into it. That journal may be small and cheap, but to me, it's priceless. Letters. When I was in the Navy, 3 or 4 decades ago, I quickly learned how great it was to receive a letter from someone. I also learned, just as quickly if you want to receive letters, you need to write letters. I sent several every week. I would actually write rough drafts when I was dealing with something important. Some of them survived along with a good deal of the letters people sent me, and it's quite the experience to read them many years later. Anything that truly expresses they were thinking about you. I can't tell you how much the little things matter when it was all you've got. I have no family left and practically begged my 11-year-old son to take 5 meters to make me a Christmas card. He didn't. Was all I wanted, or would get from anyone. It would have meant a lot despite having to ask for one. It hurt, but I get it. He is at that age. When little things are all you have, the little things are the huge things. I am a normal functioning, relatively successful human in my mid-40s, and have an honest-to-God archenemy. I could go into detail, but the important part is we happen to have the same friend circle, but absolutely despise one another. A few years ago we had a huge secret Santa and she got me. She crocheted me a small squid with a card saying I will crush you. It is far and away my favorite gift ever, and has been on my monitor since I got it. Pretzels. I don't make much money these days. Some days I have to skip eating to save money. So food has become very meaningful to me. It's almost my birthday, and all I want is a big bag of salted pretzels. It can be sticks or twists, I don't care. I just love me some pretzels. And I really hope to get some for my birthday this year, even though I know people won't gift it to me because they think it's too cheap. When we were early in our relationship, my wife felt that men should be able to receive flowers too. We did again early on and didn't know each other all that well yet. So she bought white flowers, cut the stems, and put them in dyed water for a few days so they sucked it up and into the petals. Probably still my favorite gift that anybody's ever gotten me. Cost was nothing, but its worth was priceless. Plus it earned me a bunch of jobs. I work as a handyman. A client's grandson, who was about 5 at the time, did a drawing of me doing a bunch of jobs. I then used it to explain what it is I do on a couple Facebook posts for a large local community page. It got me hundreds of jobs. I went back and, with the parents' permission, gave the lads some money. I have a cheap ceramic penguin knickknack that my friend who has passed away from GVHT like 6 years ago gave me. But also I collect old keepsakes from people that meant a lot to me. I have a letter from an exchange student from primary school nearly 25 years ago. A movie ticket from an online friend who I met up with once. A small pin from another friend, etc. There used to be this dollar store in the next town where you would find the most awesome things. One of them was this metal and stained glass abstract tea light candle holder of a full tree. I use it every Thanksgiving on our dining room table and thought of making more shade so I could have it out more. I've got a few books people have given me, usually with a little note written inside, where they've obviously thought a lot about what I like, or just picked up on something small I may have mentioned. Doesn't matter if I already own it, or may never read their copy. I 100% treasure them. I feel great gratitude when my friends come see me, or we meet, and give me a chocolate bar. Sweet, Crisps are like I had these, I think you'll love them, you have to try. It makes me feel happy they thought of me. I do it too. I love my friends deeply, such beautiful people. Food as in groceries. My spouse bought me my most sought after flavor of jam that I may have mentioned only once. Ghost pepper blueberry. Surprisingly very hard to find. He special ordered it from one of his grocery delivery services with a cheese I like. I have two gifts from my brother and sister that I cherish until this day. A handmade lucky charm from my sister, and a flower that my brother picked from a random tree and placed in my hair without saying a word and just smiled sweetly. I still have it with me. I'm currently working a custom cross-stitch poster of Wolverine for my Sil. She is notoriously hard to shop for. Been working on it since last Christmas and plan to have it finished by this Thanksgiving to give it to her framed by this Christmas. This will probably sound silly. A chocolate bar. Sometimes you just want to drift away while munching on a chocolate bar. I've been struggling a bit since March and I just want to sit down and eat a chocolate bar then take a good nap. I'm making my sister a Harry Potter wand. She loves that franchise, and I'm gonna give her some love, damn it. It costs me under $3 to do, including an Ollivander's box. She has to paint it herself though. Good thing she likes to paint. A text of a funny meme or a pic from something you saw as you go through your day. To me the gift is knowing that you are thinking of me and that I am important enough to you that you took a few moments to let me know. Some random knickknack they saw while they were going about their day. My sister brought me an old McDonald's toy Hello Kitty because she was in a witch hat. It's a hunk of cheap plastic. I love it tremendously. The most meaningful gift I received in my entire life was a book and a daylily. It was from someone who actually listened to what I enjoy and got me a surprise gift purely out of the goodness of his heart. Nothing much. Just hanging out with me, snacking, and even if the gift is just a book or something, I still appreciate it. Maybe it's because I've been lonely for so long that I easily relent. Non-special occasions is at any time I have visits from immediate family. If it's a birthday, just having people simply show up. I don't care much for cake, presents, etc. and compared to that, an ice cold drink, whether water, tea, soda, or whatever on a hot day. I used to drive a delivery truck, and sometimes a cold bottle of water was better than a cash tip. Before my Afghanistan tour, my non gave me a clay guardian angel to keep me safe. I was kept safe, but she died a week before Christmas and I couldn't make the funeral. My stepdaughter, who is now 13, writes me a letter and puts it in the mailbox every year for my birthday for the past few years. It's the most beautiful gift I ever get. I once had a very poor client make me a handwritten book. It touched me deeply. She took a lot of time to handwrite the book and decorate it with pictures she drew. A hug. I'd rather, for instance, for my birthday, instead of getting a cheap gift, I'd rather somebody take me out for lunch. It doesn't have to be an expensive thing. Little treats. My most recent ex brought me one of those snack pack versions of Milano cookies. She knew I love Milano, and it melted my cold heart. LOL. A Google Play gift card so I could buy Stardew Valley in Google Play Store. I've been playing on a free app I found online and started to love the game. LOL. I love a practical gift. The price doesn't matter to me. Could be a screwdriver, a can opener, or a pair of kitchen shears. I hate cheap electronics though. I would rather accept 10, 50 denominations instead of 500 denomination. Because many times auto rickshaw drivers don't have proper change for a 500. A handwritten letter. Not talking about a Hallmark one with a note. I mean sitting down with a blank paper and writing down a short and sincere letter. In my 30s, I've already bought all the shit I need and I've too much even at that. Any kind of food made for me is 100 better than any gift to me. Rocks from the local region. I fucking love rocks. And sometimes my friends will present me with or mail me rocks. They are so special to me. You noticed a dandelion and it reminded you of me. All you really have to do is call or text and say I was thinking about you. Easy peasy. The crow that I saved brings me random objects as a present from time to time. I keep them in a box and they mean worlds to me. A handwritten letter telling me how much I impacted a student. I get a couple a year and they are always my favorite thing. I had friends over the years who made me a photo frame, jewelry box and paper origami that I still cherish to this day. A thoughtfully chosen greeting card. These days, it's unusual to go to a store, pick out a card, sign it and mail it. His time perhaps, whenever we talk and discuss about random stuffs, how our days went and our plan to be together. My wife stole a Guinness branded pint glass from a pub for me on my birthday. Made me the happiest man on earth. Flowers, if someone gives me flowers, no matter the size, color or price, they'll melt away from the warmness. The guy I met in Spanish-speaking club gifted me a cake on my birthday despite knowing me for only 1 hour or so. A rock painted blue from my daughter when she was 5. It says, "Dad, you rock." That's going to the grave with me. A handwritten letter ... I mean sitting down with a blank paper and writing down a short and sincere letter. This is random. But if my husband came home with a Sharpie in a new fun color, I would be so happy. I travel for work and my fiancée had a few photos of her frame, so I can have them in my hotel rooms. Subway foot-long hearty Italian, extra cheese, toasted, lettuce and Southwest. Thank you. Alone time. Like when my mom take the kids for just one tiny night, it means so much for me. A handwritten letter or a homemade card, it's like receiving a piece of someone's heart. Anything handmade or anything with the message, "I saw this and thought of you" attached.